Hello, that's Stefan from IBC 2024 here at our booth, the Extreme Group booth in hall number 7. Together with me this very moment is Oliver from Flow Works, that you certainly know from many earlier interviews. But Oliver, could you please tell us what is new in the Flow Works product family this year? What do you present as new stuff?
Well, we've got a focus this year on AI, but with the twist, everybody's talking about AI, we're doing it. But we're doing it very differently because we have locally run AI. So the AI is running on premise and not in the cloud, because it turns out putting it in the cloud or running it in the cloud is hugely expensive. And why would you want to do that?
So when you talk about AI, what kind of AI is integrated in Flow Center?
At the moment we have face recognition, object recognition, we have OCR, covering a lot of languages by the way. We have transcript, so speech to text. Again, looking at especially difficult languages, Hindi, Xhosa, Welsh, Bavarian. And then translating that, of course, into other complicated languages, not just English or German or French or Chinese, but again going into where it hurts, things like Marathi or Zulu, etc., etc. So we have all of that built into the system, but again the twist is it's run locally, so it's actually on your server. You don't lose control, you don't pay the bills with the big guys, and you have all the results pretty much instantaneously.
And what are the use cases within Flow Center of all this AI? For what is the target business process that you look at?
Well, depends where you are really. I mean, there's a bunch of companies who have a big backlog of content and they're not entirely sure what's on that. And running the AI will basically tell you who's in it, or is it a known person, what's being said, so what's that about, and of course we can use the AI, I forgot to mention, ChatGPT to come up with a nice summary in a couple of languages, a couple of tags, those sort of things. Everything that we generate goes into the metadata. So if you've got a long backlog of stuff, you're not quite certain what that is, you're not going to find it, your customer isn't going to find it, it basically is just useless. AI can help you actually do something with it and monetize it ideally. Then we have people who say, I have a big international need, but my Stefan only speaks German, he doesn't really speak any English actually. What you're hearing there is also AI, and we're doing that for him. We're almost live. We have a gap down to about 1.5 seconds to translate your pidgin English into good sounding Chinese.
So that sounds like you use AI and the whole Flow Center not only for file archiving, asset archiving, but also in live scenarios.
Yes.
So that sounds like publication systems. What are the use cases?
Well, take our customer Porsche, for example. You can imagine they have a lot of publication with a lot of different target groups across a lot of different channels. So typical examples of them would be, okay, I've got an event. I'm going to do a live show. And they spend a lot of money on these live shows because it's their new car, and they'd like to have you go buy one. So I'm going to have that as a live event, as a stream. Then I'm going to have a press release. Then I'm going to have some microsites in various languages. Then I need to put that material that I've generated with maybe 10 videographers and photographers on site. I need to make that available to different markets for sales purposes and localization purposes in multiple languages again, etc., etc. But of course it also needs to go to archive, it needs to go into their internal TV things, it needs to go onto their smart TV stuff, it needs to go into their social media environment. So stuff comes in, we process it and do a little bit of magic, and stuff goes out in a lot of channels. That's what we do. If you want us to do that live, we'll do it live. If you happen to have a little bit more time, we'll do that a little bit slower for you too.
As we're here on the IBC trade show, what have you heard from the floor? Is it exactly those topics that people are interested in? What else are they looking for?
No, AI obviously is a big topic, but an AI that is affordable is the real topic. And that taps into something that we are really going for, and we've been working on this for a while to make MAMs, media management systems, much more accessible in the market, because everybody here is great and they're wonderful and they're well dressed like us. of course, very wealthy, but not everybody out there is that wealthy. So I've heard a lot about, and that suits very well to what we're currently launching, is affordable management system which run on NAS systems. We've talked about this before, but we're getting ready to actually do the launch now for a change, and we're starting with QNAP, and we're building up a dealer network globally, where we will really offer packages of low-cost media management, but built by Flow Works, i.e. it is very potent. Comes in a package with a hardware, which would be a QNAP, which is freely sizable and comes at a very low price, which is going to really annoy everybody here.
So sounds like a brand new product, the hardware packaged one. When we talk about the AI, is that also an individual product of Flow Works? Is it part of the product suite? How does it all work together?
Simply as a connector. It's an additional engine. You say, I'd like that, or no, I don't want that. And if you're one of our existing customers, all of your stuff will be running on a server. If you're a new up-and-coming customer who has a server, we would recommend that you get GPU power, so you can actually make use of the AI tools that we're adding to the Flow Center. If you're a smaller customer, we will also be adding a Flow-only internal cloud service. So let's say you have a very small Flow Center, which does not have GPU power sufficient to make good use of AI. You will still be able to use the AI by giving some of the files to us, not to Google, not to Amazon, not to Microsoft. Just give it to us. We will simply process it through our big GPUs and give you the feedback. But we're talking the flow-to-flow process. So it's not really leaving the system. It may be leaving the building because you're in South Africa, let's say, and I'm in Munich. So yes, I will need part of your files. I'll process them, discard them, and send you back the info, which goes straight back into your Flow Center. So it's kind of the same thing. It stays in the family.
Oliver, have many, many thanks. And if you are triggered, you are thrilled about that, you want to get more information, please make your way to our website, x-dream-group.com, and there you will find a link to the MAM systems, and for that reason also to Flow Center. Check it out. If you want to get a trial, please make contact with us. If you want to get demos, please as well. That was Stefan from IBC 2024.